Hi everyone, this is kind of a quick one. I had a question in my Facebook group. Someone asked about if you set up a website, should you use the same business name as you have on a marketplace? So if you're selling on a marketplace and then you go to a website, should you use the same business name for the whole thing or change it? And I thought that was kind of a strange question, but then I started thinking that a lot of people probably set up shops on marketplaces like Go Imagine or Etsy or Amazon or wherever. Now, Amazon might have different rules, but marketplaces don't always require that you show a business license or have business registrations when you sign up for them, because the marketplaces have different rules in place for them as far as what they're responsible for. But just because you can set up a shop on a marketplace without any kind of business registration information given to them, it doesn't mean that you don't need it. So just make sure, and this is something that you need to do yourself, because if you're selling the same product in more than one place, you should be using the same business name if that's your business and if that's a registered business. And you might need to register a business, and it doesn't have anything to do with where you're selling. It just could be from where you're located, that the state or the country that you're in requires that you have a business license. So if you are in the US, I wrote an article a while back that has links to every single state's business department. So I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. If you are not registered with your state, you should probably go check. And another reason to do that is because marketplaces sometimes will collect the sales tax for you, but your own website doesn't. So you're responsible for collecting and remitting sales tax if you sell on your own website. And you need to check into this. This is stuff that's just basic licensing. It's basic business, doing it the right way kind of stuff. And this is your responsibility. So just because you can set up without a business license, it doesn't mean that you should, or or legally that you can. It means that the marketplaces don't require it, but it doesn't mean that you don't need one. You need to look into that for yourself. Also, in some places, if you're selling under any name that is not your own, even if you don't need a business license, you do need to file what's called a DBA, which is doing business as. And that it kind of tells the state that you are selling something under a name that's not yours so that they can identify it with you. And it's not really the same thing as a business license, but it's in conjunction with that. It is registering a business with the state and saying, yes, I'm selling under this name. That's me. And just letting them know. In my state, I cannot sell a single thing under a name that is not registered with my state unless I have a DBA or a business license, just, depending on what it is. So I have multiple DBAs registered because I have multiple Etsy shops with different names, and I need a name for every single one of them. Also, I have other websites that I get income from, and I have DBAs registered for those. So this is something that you need to look into, because everyone is going to have a different, set of regulations that they need to follow. And it's really important, because, the federal government might not come after you for this kind of thing, but your state will, because they like to hand out fines and they will get their money. So just make sure that you're registered correctly. If this is something that you do and you've done already and you know you're okay, then don't worry about it. But if you don't have a business license, you've never looked into it, this is definitely something that you should be doing. Even if you think you're just selling for a hobby, it doesn't matter. If you're selling something, you're selling it. And most states want their piece of the sales tax or the registration fees or whatever they charge. Check the links in the article that I'm linking, that I have, linked in the description. Give this video a thumbs up and go make sure that you're compliant, because you don't want to get those fines. I promise. It's not good. All right, I will talk to you later.